Hey guys, it's Laurie of Laurie's Sewing, and today I have a package to open. I think I know what's in it. One is a personal item and the other one is a Laurie's Sewing item. So I'm going to have to be kind of careful opening it, and I have to be kind of careful opening it for two reasons. This is the strangest looking thing, and if it is what I think it is, it's not very well protected, and I don't want to, cause catastrophic injury with these scissor-tailed scissors, because if they're dull if the blades are dull, this is super sharp right here. Cut right here and then try to tear it. Well, they just smashed that in there. Okay, and then the other item is for me. Okay, so this is a baby blanket. It's American Baby Company fleece blanket, 30 by 40 with 2 satin trim, and the color is blue, and I purchased this on Amazon. And I'm gonna just have to say that I bet American Baby Company would be interested to know that this was just shoved into that envelope. So I'm gonna open it up carefully. Okay, so if you've just joined me and us, dandelions, the idea here with this is I purchased this little fleece blanket to go with the gift of the 2 baby rompers that I finished yesterday, and I'll try to remember to link that video below. It was a series of videos, and partially due to the fact that I had to wait for the I had to wait for the snap setting tool to arrive. My plans for this are to do some embroidery. So cute. I don't want to remove everything, but this appears to just, I really can't put this back other than as a, for care, because I'm going to alter this. I feel like there's some thread there. Yep. Okay, and I will have to remove those threads. That's why I like this pair of scissors that I have. They have this little hook right here, and it's not sharp, so I can just pop it underneath like so. I need to decide where on this little baby blanket. I'm pretty sure I want to do a corner, and obviously on the right side this marks the wrong side. It's a good sized baby blanket. Okay, so if we assume that this and that are the bottom because the tag is down here, that is probably where I would want this little embroidery that I'm going to do, would be down on the lower edge. Oh, you know how I am about little threads. Okay, so I'm going to try to find a good spot. And I went ahead while I was waiting and hoping for the yard equipment noise to abate and traced or freehanded the little lamb that's in the So Beautiful magazine. I think you can kind of see. And I just drew circles where I'll be doing flower, the little, I'll show you what I'm talking about. These little flowers around the neck and around the base of this little lamb. And I also went ahead and cut out the fabric. So for each of these 2 pieces of fabric, you have to cut a certain measurement that I really can't give you because it's in this magazine. But I'm just going to say that if you wanted to draw something, you know, if you wanted to cut out 2 pieces of fabric the same size, I would recommend something below 10 inches square and above 5 inches square, just so you have enough of this to actually use a good portion of whatever animal or design that you choose to do in this method. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So the next step is you have these 2 pieces of fabric that are the same size. You have Terrycloth that has been cut so that the stretch is running vertically this way. And then you have batiste, in my case it's broadcloth because that's what I have, with the grain line running vertically. And you want to make sure that that stays vertical while you're drawing your design on the batiste, or the, in my case, broadcloth. So don't have your design like this and your fabric off of the grain line. So my plan is I might be able to take my water erase ink. I'm going to see if it will bleed through this tissue paper. Let's see what's happening. Yes, it is. Ooh, that was a splotch. Okay, look at that. Trace the outline of the animal onto batiste. With right sides together, place the terrycloth over the batiste. Right sides together. Okay. And I need to make sure that the stretch, guess. Okay. Generously pin 2 layers of fabric together. All right. So they're showing the pins all around the outer edges. We're gonna just pick a spot and stitch, I believe all the way around the entire animal outline, following the curves carefully. Do not stitch the internal lines of the animal. Okay, so once you get this stitched all the way around, you are to trim very close to these stitches without, of course, cutting through them. You want to leave about 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch. Okay. All right, so here we go. Now, of course, this is the direction that we want our little animal to be facing. This is the back side of it right here. So the next thing is to clip the corners and the curves very carefully. So like right here where the neck meets the body, I'm just going to make a little cut like that. And down here where the little tail is next to his back leg, right there. And I think right here where the front leg is folded under. All right, so holding the batiste side face up. So this is the batiste side. Clip a small opening in the center of the lamb in the batiste layer only, not through the terrycloth. So pull the terrycloth out of the way and cut. You don't want to cut it completely away. I'm trying to figure out the best way. I think I'll just do it like this, and then like that. And then we're going to turn. There's a spot there that needs to be clipped out. We're going to turn our little lamb to the right side. Wooden turner because it has this rounded edge and it's very smooth. The wood has been sanded to a very fine finish so that nothing will snag. Take the piece of paper. So this is his tail. This is his little front knee right here. So front knee, tail, and then of course there's all this definition in this area to define 3 legs. So a back leg and 2 front legs, and then we have this ear and this ear, and then we've got to define the little bangs and the eye and the nose, which I haven't poked out very well. there. There we go. Okay. So the instructions tell us to using a copy of the embroidery template, which I don't have other than this right here, prick holes in the paper at 1/8 inch intervals along the eye, the head, the leg, and the tail. And then to retrace the lamb features onto the terrycloth, place this template over the applique piece and make a dot through each hole with the washout. Well, I don't have to do that because all I have to do is flip this over. So I think this is a far superior way of doing it, actually. Indeed. So now I might try using this pen again. That's just leaking all over the place. Let's wipe some of that off. Okay. Right. So I don't want to get my hand in the way, but it's where you're just going to go like this through this paper with a washout pen. I'll see if that worked. 1, 2, 3, reveal. Okay, so here's the leg. Yeah. I need to check to see. That looks good. That's the little foot, inner ear, eye, bangs, nose, and flowers. Okay. So I have the little bangs, the ears, one is here, eye, nose, flowers around the neck. This is a front leg, kind of bent under, and then this is the other front leg. That's the foot, kind of bent under, and then this is the back leg, and this is the tail. Okay. Okay, we've done that. We're going to push, oh yeah, we're going to take this opening right here and push just a little bit of poly-fil in the lamb to give it a little bit of floof. Well, there are two things that you can do with this. I do have just your basic poly-fil that is polyester fiberfill, but I also have, should I choose to use it, I have some wool roving. And a wool roving is actual wool, and it would make the project a little bit more heirloom to use it. So I may do that. I think I might. This is the closest to white that I have of the roving. I have blue. I have a lot of blue, but I think I'm going to just use some actual wool roving. It feels pretty good. Okay. So we don't want it to be too puffy. Really, we don't. Okay. And then after we've done that, it does say do not overstuff. And then we're going to hand stitch this right here to close that opening up. Take an X stitch, pull this out, and then I'm going to tie a knot. And sometimes this can be kind of tedious, but I do recommend that you try, if you have short threads, just try to tie 1/2 knot and then a second half knot. In this type of situation, it's not going to work if it's supposed to be, you know, a stress bearing stitch. This simply is a tying off of thread knot. And it isn't meant to be pretty. It's just to keep everything kind of inside there. Okay? Alright, so the next thing we do is position the applique where we want it. And, you know, I mean, you could put this one at an angle. You could put this one straight. I don't know that that would be cute, but at an angle might be kind of cute right here. Like so. But remember, you've got flowers that you need to embroider, and those will be important as well, these. So let's just make sure, you know, that we're leaving ourselves enough room, and that it's, you know, properly aligned. If you're not able to visualize that, then I would say just do it, you know, straight, and leave yourself enough room. The flowers on this particular embroidery go around this little front leg all the way across, and then kind of end about right here. So you're going to have flowers to here, and then across this neck. And other embroidery will be the little eye, the little nose, and then into the ears and the little bangs. So, alright, now we are going to do a slip stitch applique. So all the way around our little lamb, we will applique to the, in my case, blanket. Okay, so what I need to do is, I'm going to have to pin it down. I don't like the idea because I know I'm going to end up getting stabbed. So I am going to use pins, like this kind of pin. And I'm coming up, I know it sounds horrifying, but I'm coming up through the eye because I know I'm going to be doing embroidery in that area. Okay. And I don't think it's going to move. So that's the way I'm choosing to handle the way that I'm keeping my little lamb on the blanket. Okay, so I think I know what this is, but you know how I am. I always want to give you guys the opportunity to see what stuff is, but based on the size right there and that little fit that I pitched the other day, remember? I think I know. I hope I'm right. That didn't work, so I'm going to have to do this. Okay. Wow. It's like it doesn't, maybe it's sealed all the way down to there. Whoa, that's weird. Okay, I think so. Okay. Alright, these are supposed to be Schmetz, and this is the first time that I've ever received Schmetz needles in a non-label. Oh, it's on the front. Okay. Ooh, that scared me. So these are the universal, and they range from, well, they're both the same. Yeah, they're 130, 705, 8012s. They are what I use almost all the time. Okay, so it's day 2 of this project, and as you can see, the little lamb outline has been appliqued all the way around. And today we're going to choose the floss colors. Additionally, I have my apron that I made. I need to repair the waistband. The last time I wore it, and I have worn it maybe 4 times already since I made it, but it's been washed each time, and then right here it pulled apart. So I will be doing another, I'm going to go all the way from the ruffle edge right here all the way across, and I'm going to do that twice to reinforce it. I think it'll be fine, and I don't think it will change the shape of the waistband, but I'll press it and then I'll take care of that just to kind of reinforce this. I have noticed that it doesn't bother me that this is not a an overly wide waistband, but I think if I am going to make the pattern again, I'll probably make the waistband just a little bit different. I have an idea in mind for doing so. However, I'm just going to fix this. I wanted to point that out in case you had a similar situation in the event you made the same apron that I did. And I'll put a link to the video in the description box below this video. Okay, the other thing I have going on is my sister's birthday is in 5 days. And I haven't finished this. The other projects that I have made for her birthday are done, but this one is not quite. I did get the basket done on the embroidery, and Bama has contributed some of his hair. Thankfully, she has dogs and totally understands. These are the blue Lazy Daisies that they were talking about right here. These are the ice blue Lazy Daisies that they were talking about right here. And then down here they were talking about the white ones, and they're a little hard to see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then right here, I'm going to zoom. Okay, so these right here are the little, you can either use a granito stitch or you can use a colonial knot. So you'll do like 2 or 3 colonial knots in the yellow and then just go around those with either another colonial knot or a knot of your choice. All of this can be done in any way you want to do it. If you have a pattern that you think would be prettier, by all means do it. Let me turn off this flashlight because my phone is almost dead. And the reason I was talking about the weather is that it messes with the lighting in this room to the point of just being ridiculous. Let me see if I can fix the exposure a hint. Sometimes that helps, and that's thanks to my son-in-law who lives in Edmonds. He taught me that on the Big Beast, which is this camera I'm using today. All right, so let's try, we're going to see if we can replicate these pinks. I have kind of a salmon-y pink, And I have a little bit of a dusky pink. No, I actually believe, this is 351. Okay, no, this is a little bit different. This is lighter. Okay. I'm going to use this for the inner ear and the eye and the nose. Is the eye pink? I colored on top of it with a pencil. No, it's gray. So the other thing I want to point out is I'm not going to knot on the back of this. The way I plan to do it is so I'm basically going to cut about anywhere from 18 to 22 inches, 23 inches in length. And that's just me guessing. So let's see what she says to do with her instructions. Using 2 strands, okay, of medium gray, we're going to back stitch right here in this area. So there's this one little row of pink right here. I don't know why I chose to do that. I'm just losing it. And then just a little tiny splash of pink up here in this ear, as well as the nose. And then we start on doing the little flowers. Alright, and there's a little bit more of an outline right on the top of this ear. Pulled that just a little bit too tight. There we go. Okay, so I have done the stitching. I went ahead and did 2 extra rows of stitching right where the waistband meets the top of the skirt, and then I zigzagged over that edge again. I haven't pressed it yet, but everything seems to be very well secured, and I'm happy with the way that turned out. I'll leave it in here on my ironing board so that I can press the waistband up and the skirt down. But I do love this, and every time I wash it, it gets softer. So this is the one that has that pretty 7-berry blue ruffle, and it just turned out so cute, and it was so easy to make. And modifications would be so easy to this. I love that pattern. Okay guys, so I will probably pick this up tomorrow. This is the only thing I have left to do for the baby outfit box of things that I'm doing for the baby. And then I've got the one little basket to embroider on this pillowcase, and the baby outfits, this, and a couple of other items that I've made and have not sent yet will be going off to my sister. Probably not in time for her birthday, but it'll get there. I hope that it does. I mean, we've been having some serious issues with shipping, so I'm not standing on my head with the expectation that it will arrive on time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed, please consider doing so, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.